Let's go.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me.
All right, today I'm late.
But my balls
Give it to me. Give me that late.
Just let me
Come on.
go. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me
I meant the other lady.
And my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
throw it away. That's the way to do it.
Just let me go.
Yeah, broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all the known land. I'm Tommy T. This is Job of the Boy. Man behind the glass, Mr. Matt Pitt, and of course, I don't have a nickname for you, AC.
Well, it's definitely big.
The everlasting AC.
Two-handed AC. Two-hander AC.
Mr. Two-hander.
Mr. Two-hander. It's a two-hander. It's definitely big.
Oh. Yeah.
It was not clicking.
It got me. Leaping lizard. Oh, God. What has Blind Macaroni done now? Blind Macaroni.
Noodles, blind macaroni.
Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Pazabar Point. I feel like I need a lobotomy to enjoy the HV podcast these days. So boring. God, I don't blame you. Well, there's nothing but no fun going on over there for sure. Also, we're gonna do the. I'm gonna let Matt choose. I know you're gonna have to scroll up in your DMs a bit, but you sent me a bunch of potentials of the day. I am gonna let Matt Pitt pick the dono of the day. That would be for the last show.
Yep.
If you get the highest donation over 50, and of course it doesn't matter, most creative. And Matt's gonna send it to me right now. Okay. And what he thinks. All right, I'll give you some time. We'll give you some time, and then we'll put it on screen for you, and then of course we'll put it on the Twitter feed for you all. So it's good seeing you all from it. Edward Fox, Yage. That bland midget. You know, I used to have to read. This is going back in the beta days. I'd have to see if somebody didn't say like "fuck you, I hope you die" and to shout them out like that. No, I don't really have to. I didn't even look this time what they wrote. Goblin Master, Wilbur, of course, a long time. And
all right, send it to you.
Also today, in order to normally be a part of the after show, which takes place on Discord on a stage, you have to be a member, Twitch member, Arcade member, or Patreon, or something of that nature. Today you don't. I'm not going to be there, so I thought it was right to make it free so everybody can show for Matt's beautiful retard wrangle. And you can enjoy the after show. Boogie2988, have you seen the amount they're offering me? That's a lot of money for a person of color. And that wins that is the winner. Whoever did Boogie2988. Thank you so much, Boogie, and whoever did that, I do appreciate it. I'm sure that wasn't Boogie. It'd be funny if it was, right?
Hilarious.
Bonus content, $6 for 6 minutes late. Well, guess what?
Nice.
You get... Well, I'll show up. I'll show up tomorrow, fucking 100 minutes late. How about that?
Yeah.
You're gonna don't tempt me.
We'll never show up again.
Don't tempt me. We're gonna be doing Deaf Noodles today. I guess I just wanted to get. I guess I just wanted to get a reaction from.
From
you, AC. Of course, this thing that Aiden put out. With John Swan. I woke up and Matt goes, "Are you ready for the John Swan news?" And I was just like, "No." Right, really. Like, no. And I think you backed me up on that. I was like, "No, couldn't be.
So you're going to give me some news I can wrap my hands around.
So when I saw it, I thought it was just funny. But then slowly realized, Rick Dono of the day, I demand a retrial. I saw it and I just laughed, and then I slowly realized this is going down P-word territory. And I think you're going to be surprised because I've even softened my stance even more since this is going down P-word territory, and I honestly don't think that's fair. Even for John, who I think YouTubers should stay away from. I think he's absolutely out of his mind, insane. I think he's arrogant. I think he's crazy. I do. His lust for clout power, control, his
His lust for big, juicy, black.
I don't think that's fair. I'll say this: what I said in the video. I think what happened was Cobra played a joke. These are jokes that we used to play each other in the army. We would say, "Check out this hot chick," and you click on it, and it would be two guys doing each other or some shit like that. All right, to get the fucking shock. I think that's all that went on here. Then, of course, what I did, the first thing I wrote up, the first thing I thought of, essentially, after getting over it, is like, I have made contact. I made, a couple years ago, I said, John's gay, right? But I didn't say that for any kind of like attack or anything like that. And he came on in the chat and said, no, Tommy, I'm not. And I'd be lying to you if I didn't. I think it had a lot to do with some of the creators I think he was hanging around with at the time, and he's not exactly super masculine. And then the first thing I wrote, I was right. I was right again. John's gay. And throughout the day, I've actually deleted the tweet. Not that it's going to do much good. It just makes me feel better. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't think this makes John gay. I don't think this makes John a pedophile. I think it's just funny. But it's getting to a point for me. It's sad. Patrick Bateman. Me and John got to go. Return to some talks. Who's Patrick Bateman?
Oh, I know.
American Psycho.
American Psycho.
Oh, jeez.
2000.
I never watched that full movie.
It's good. It's good.
And
I need to go return some videotapes.
Well, I do have a personal policy, never to out anyone, unless it's like through a story. I'm never going to go on and like run a story like I have discovered that this influencer is gay. I think it's wrong. I've seen it done on both, not so much in YouTube, but in my life. I've seen somebody get outed that didn't want to get outed because some fucking lefty, what we might call an SJW, thought it was the best thing for them. And I saw how that affects people. And that's wrong. And, I was in the army where guys were hiding it. And I saw how they suffered. And I don't like that. And there's the other one just to do it because they have a conservative family, and they will be hurt by it. I won't do that. So that's why I take it down. And no time that I ever wanted to out John Swan. And again, I don't think John Swan is channeling his inner Sarah J. Okay. What the hell did the rest of that say? The first
John Swan channeling.
First the N-word, now this clip.
First the N-word, now this clip. Mr. Internus, the only one way to fix John's career is drink water. Yeah, maybe. I'm not like I said, but just in case I'm wrong, I decided to take that tweet down. I'm not saying good guy Tommy C or anything like that. I just was personally uncomfortable with it, and that. So
you don't want to play it and get my reaction to it, or?
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. It's funny. He deserves it.
It's only funny to call them gay if they're not gay.
Yeah,
if they are, then it's suddenly
it's like fucked up. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it came out. I didn't record this shit. I didn't fucking break this. Aiden did. Petition to John Swan. You sound a bit too. Oh God, gross. I don't think that's a word I could say.
Oh fuck! It's massive.
It's massive.
Let's play it for. I'm AC
for posterity.
Go.
What the fuck is John? Look at my screen. What have we done? How did this guy spawn? How the fuck did this guy get here?
Oh, nice. You're on fucking Pornhub. Let's not go to it.
How the fuck? No, but how did he get here? He's gotta be huge.
He's got. No, yeah, he is. Has to, right?
Oh god, yeah.
Oh.
Excuse me, with a blowjob load so I can leave.
What? I can't understand what Cobra said.
Something about a blowjob.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like they did it before, right? That they've been doing this for some time.
You know, this was in the context of they were researching this like one guy, and they found they had these minors, and they were going on Pornhub, and they found this with this guy in it, which is that's the whole reason why they brought it up and why they're showing it to John Swan. It isn't really like a prank. It's more like, look where we found this guy. This guy's sucking dick on Pornhub, or this.
And the problem is John hangs around teenagers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the problem.
These
guys,
guys,
yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is it possible that John forgot?
that
because this does not seem predatory.
Well, yeah, and like I said, I'm being told that Jacko was not watching the stream.
Yeah, well, you can't hear the action if there's audio, assuming there's audio. We really can't prove without a shadow of a doubt if it's even gay porn, correct?
I can't.
I mean, look, if John was gay and some dude with a big dick was girling a girl, he might be commenting on how big they're looking at Jeff's porn tape. I know, I've people said that.
There's more clips to this. That's the thing; they haven't come out yet.
Yeah,
so, we're gonna like see the extent of this.
Do we? I don't know. I'm. This is an area. I'm not terribly. I'm not comfortable with this area. I don't really give a shit that he got caught looking game porn. Funny. That's fine. That's funny. But I'm starting to wonder where this is going. I don't like the.
Bunk said that he doesn't think that John's wants to.
I don't like that. That's not what That's not what I'm hearing. I'm hearing there's more drip coming in, and I think whoever's going to do this, you want to do this, fine. Just put it all out there. Come on, let this end. Come back to us, John. You know you want to touch us, grass. That's pretty funny. I think just get it out. Come on, man. Like, his credibility is fucking destroyed. All right. He's a bad guy. He's a really bad guy. What he did to Cammy is unbelievable. And I find it, like, actually, when I listened to this, I was more mad at Cobra because this is the kind of shit that he would have tried to get a 100K video on, you know?
Yeah.
This is what he would have used to destroy somebody else. Like Just Destiny, and not James Marriott, who did the same shit that Just Destiny did. With, you know, using pictures of people that go on Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil was okay. He's no pedo, but everybody else was. Goddamn waters are turning, the Swans gay. You guys are going for it, man. You're going for it. You'll find out tomorrow.
It looks massive.
I think you're overestimating. This is just what, this is dudes hanging out, we just like watch gay porn for like laughs, like it's just like, haha, yeah, look at his huge cock. Wow, that's so funny. Oh man.
Do you think you don't think that ever happens?
Look, he's getting fucked in the ass, dude.
You don't think that happens among straight, like someone is picking John apart piece by piece? It's getting harder and harder to watch. Yeah.
Line by line. Line by line.
Line by line. All right. I got to be honest with you. You don't think this joke was done to me when I was in the army? The guy I did it's got fucking, just got promoted to one of the highest enlisted ranks and has 4 kids.
I'm telling you, I don't think it's a joke.
You don't?
I don't.
You don't.
This isn't a joke because we have the context that they it was said before that they were looking up. That they had minors looking up pornography and going on Pornhub to do research about a guy.
This is all news to me. What do you know?
Well, no, that was the Mr. Girl video. You're talking about Mr. Girl video, AC?
What do you mean? No.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about okay, I'm pretty sure this is news that either we heard from Aiden or Bunk or fucking High Tree, but I heard this a while ago, and you guys are all surprised about this, and I'm like, no, wait, I remember hearing about this.
I heard this from randos on my Twitter feed that I completely and totally ignored. I never heard this for anybody I consider mildly credible.
Trust the plan, Tommy C.
I'm not joking. I'm not goofing. I found out this. I got, and I actually I didn't DM that person, but I wrote him back like, how did you know and who the fuck are you? But they wouldn't tell me. Somebody in April 20, I don't know, it was 23rd or 23rd.
April 26th.
April 26th, somebody wrote this to me. And I ignored it.
Yeah, I heard about this. I don't know from who. I can't remember from who right now, but I heard about this, and I didn't know if it was just a rumor or not. And this just substantiated the rumor that I heard because it's literally, because at the beginning of the video, he's asking what is he doing on here? Why is this guy on here? Which means that they know who the guy is, and they're looking up the guy, and they're surprised to see him on Pornhub. You see what I mean? Obviously they went out looking. They didn't go out looking for gay porn. They didn't go. I mean, they didn't this isn't just hey, we're gonna play a prank on you, John.
So this is not. That's that. But here's these are my impressions. Yeah, the reason John the phrase "kneel" so much is oh god. All right, I can't do it. I can't. I mean, I'm sure I'll let a lot of people down. I just I don't hate the guy that much.
Stefan Corbino, $5. Huge John Swan story. All hands on deck. I mean deck.
can't do it, guys. I'm sorry. I feel fucking.
Look, it's a juicy story. It's a massive story. Okay. I mean, you know, so John Swan talks about a bombshell. You know.
I mean, it's not like it's not funny. I just can't do it. But I can't. I can't do it.
It is funny. It's objectively funny.
Oh yeah, I am not. Do not take my chances. I'm better than you. It's not.
It's like it's cringe humor. That's the whole thing. It's funny because it's so cringe. Because it's like John Swan, what are you doing? Like, why is this recorded? Why is this? This is like, why is there like 15-year-olds here like showing you this?
That's what Vito wrote. That is a Vito wrote. A guy who's often accused of being a creeper, unfairly, I think. He said this guy's got to stop hanging around teenagers. And I think what would happen, somebody contacted me and they said what happened was once he kind of ran his course with the commentary community after the Dream situation, he immediately, you know, had to he had like A-Star and a whole crew post leaving Pescator, right? And you know, they were kind of like, you know, like, well, John's the big man on campus, and then he immediately moved down a slot to the teenagers because, you know, let's face it, it's the influencer is the most poll after poll after poll when they ask kids what they want to be when they grow up. Ultimately, if they had a choice, it's almost always influencer, YouTuber, Twitch, you know, something like that. So like if you get, you know, somebody that's 15, 16 years old, even if like he's sort of a discredited or tainted YouTuber like John is, he actually kind of holds, like, he got 100K. That's a big deal to these kids, you know. And
here's the thing, Tommy. You're being like soft on him.
I am.
He would be hard.
I'm exhausted.
He would be hard on you.
Oh, I know that, but that doesn't matter. I'm not going to do it. Oh yeah,
I know. I mean, he would be hard.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point where it's Nesquik. John Swan moved to a smaller pond, and he still managed to trout.
Honestly, it was more embarrassing to hear the news of like him trying to like get these people like writing a Google Doc than this. This is just like funny at this point. This to me is not.
Yeah, this is funny.
Really is embarrassing.
You don't think he's a danger to anybody, do you? I'm not trying to like you tell me what you think. Don't tell me what you think I want to hear.
No, I don't think he's a danger to anybody. I think he's just stupid, and he like puts himself in these situations that make him look like a total dickhead.
The story has throbbing with comedic potential.
Yeah.
And the transgenders making fun of John.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, God.
It is just funny. Like, this is a step down from like the other stuff. Like, this is just like, okay, now we're just having a fucking laugh at him.
Yeah, it's getting harder for me to laugh at it. I gotta be honest with you. It's getting hard because I just don't hate him this much.
It's hitting really hard.
I've watched every kind of porn there is out of interest. Well, almost every kind, not EDP 45.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. All right, let's listen to the very last of it because this is where people will probably be upset.
Are you doing this?
All right, what does he say? Why are you doing this, or what are you doing?
Why are you? I can't. It's like, why are you doing this?
Let me hear.
Like
Let's be really quiet.
Massive.
Why are you doing this?
That sounds like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
That's disturbing.
Who asked that, Jaco or?
That's Jaco apparently.
Massive.
Why are you doing this?
Nobody answers him either. Now, we got confirmation that he wasn't watching anything.
That's what I'm being told.
He probably figured it out.
I mean, can't you like?
There's a thumbnail. There's a preview of a live thing on Discord. So
yeah, if you hover over it, it'll pop up like a thumbnail of the live you're watching.
And I mean, you can hear them talking, and you can kind of figure out.
Yeah. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy.
Yeah. Wow, that's a massive eggplant. That's a cool haul. You're a good farmer, man. 2 hands for that.
Yeah. Why are you doing this?
What?
Pals of a point, $10. A homosexual thing worked for Kevin Spacey. Don't put it past a guy that can do this.
Got 2 hands. Oh, it is a 2-hander.
It's a 2-hander? That's what Cobra says?
Oh, it is a 2-hander. Yeah. It's a Zweihander.
Fucking 8-9 inches of that. Oh fuck! It's massive.
It's massive.
That's not even fully erect.
That's how it ends.
Someone made a joke, and the way John Swan says, "Hey, that's like 8-9 inches," like how he caught a fish.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing's massive. It's like 8-10 inches.
It's like he caught a fish, but then he actually got it out of the water and it was bigger than he thought. You know?
Yeah. Oh, this one's a oh my god!
I caught a catfish once. I'm like, wow, that looks like a pretty big catfish, and it was like 6 or 7 fucking pounds. Fuck. You know, if he just went to true crime, did his thing, made a couple videos that maybe tanked, one gets picked up in the algorithm eventually, no drama, he's good. That's it.
All he had to do is to come out ahead of this is make a tweet longer. Guys, I love jacking off to gay porn, and it's really a pastime of mine that I like to do in Discord calls with all my friends, my family, my close associates, my business partners. This is the YouTube way. This is what YouTubers do. We jack off and
fully erect.
We watch pornography in calls. Yeah, that's how you make it in the big leagues.
I suppose. So this
Who was
this research for? Who was this research for?
He would deny that if he like actually came out and addressed this, he would deny. Look, I had a minimal involvement in watching the gay pornography.
I think it was massive.
Okay, I briefly entered the Discord stream, and some other people were way more involved in it than I was. I linked them to the gay pornography, but I never watched it. I never got off to it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
These people who think I've watched gay pornography are insane. And they don't believe me. If they don't believe me, after all the evidence that I've shown that I did not watch gay pornography, then I don't want to have them as my followers.
Have you thought about how much damage that Lieutenant Cobra has done? Like it's probably tens of thousands of dollars. Lieutenant Cobra, I think John regrets befriending me. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Good timing.
You know, good timing. You get the good timing tweet of the day, or dono of the day. I think about like the damage, tens of thousands of dollars. You know, if you want to think of it, probably the way his career is going, hundreds of thousands. You know, John. You know, remember John got strikes for doing streams on people. Like, I mean, I hate to bring up Bionic Pig. Last time someone didn't two-hand, it was Luke Skywalker lost his hand. And it is really amazing with somebody with his kind of talent. But I mean, he's one of the few people. I hope he doesn't come back in any capacity because of what he did to Cammy, what he's capable of. You know, like I've seen people come back, like Just Destiny, and Crowd, and people like that. And it's almost, they always switch gears. They know the grind. They already have the talent. Just Destiny's talented, and fucking Crowd's super talented, and John is too. And if you just switch gears, this will come out. But I mean, as far as like anybody's like, Aiden, dump it all, dude. Really, this is enough. This is enough. He's discredited. Mission accomplished. This kid was not. This kid's not in danger of any kind. This wasn't predatory. It was irresponsible at absolute worst. We're not talking about a 6-year-old. We're talking about a 16-year-old. Like, I'm not saying forgive him. I'm saying like, he's down. Stop kicking him. Now, jokes are, I'm saying people can't make jokes on Twitter. Like, as far as the investigation goes, let's drop it. It's done. It's done. And you know what? If you want to sit there and get mad about it, like, well, if we don't do this, then he could possibly come back. I got news for you. If he's going to come back and be successful, it doesn't matter how much we do it at this point. Yeah. Am I wrong here?
I'm waiting for him to rebrand as like James Charles.
Or like a TikTok dance channel or something.
Like the most flamboyant like return. And then he like gets the T crowd and all that shit. I think he has a future as a T channel. He could actually make it back as a T channel. I think so.
Yeah.
They don't care. Like, you could lie, you could like frame people, you could get away with whatever, and then they'll accept you. As long as you're talking that shit. as being a total bitch.
Bunk agrees with me? I hope so. I mean, I can't make you do anything. I'm not demanding it. I'm not going to pull some kind of shit like, if you don't do what I tell you, I'm going to start fucking flaming on Twitter. I just think it's the right thing to do at this stage. It's done. It's done. Let it go. Honestly, I think you make a video, you should probably make a video a year from now. Like, it's a whole total retrospective of his career. I mean, like a Turkey Tom like video a year after the fact. You'll still get 100K. I do.
I'm gonna make an exposed video and it's gonna be he was exposed as being
Stop
gay.
jacking off
Also,
a dead
he did
horse.
some other- Oh, nice.
Brings some new terms to the word milking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm not trying to guilt anybody here into like not making jokes or what have you. He's earned that, but when it starts crossing over to people's sexuality and shit like that, it's I don't know.
It's funny.
It is, and it's funny because it's John. But I mean, there is. I don't hate him that much. I don't really hate him. I just want him gone.
See, it used to be like, they say there's truth in comedy, and now there's comedy in truth.
Oh God!
Like,
moving on.
Speaking
Thankfully,
of comedy and truth. No, wait, this guy isn't fucking funny at all.
Moving on to a title by Matt Pitt, the Gunt Guard. That's not a thing I would. So Ethan Klein attacked by alt-right. Pokemon blamed for divorces by Fresh Fit. Kanye saves Kim. All right, so I guess we're at the so he's gonna go on an alt-right boogeyman rant. Hi, Zakite. I have to watch another stream, but John, I'll get cancer in my ass. All right. Well, I'm not about giving ass cancer. I'm about giving it to your brain.
AC, ass cancer.
That's what it stands for. Ass cancer. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
In racial purity and all that other bullshit. However,
whoa.
Gavin McInnes has actually broken with the Proud Boys because they
was that like 4 or 5 years ago?
didn't believe in racial
this
purity
is old
enough.
news, buddy. Like,
Yeah, that's like the oldest news. I mean, he's so fucking dishonest.
For his taste. Anyway, you might be asking yourself, why the hell are we talking about Gavin today, Dennis? Well, there's a good reason, folks, because he, just like our good friend Tim Stool, has fallen down the YouTube drama pipeline.
Ethan Klein worked hard to dox his enemies, to attack the sponsors of various shows that he decided were too right-wing.
I want to congratulate both Rich Lux and Keemstar for falling into the alt-right pipeline and supplying motherfuckers.
Rich Lux, alt-right pipeline.
alt-right pipeline.
Did he even look up who he was? That guy's been around forever. He's been in clown videos. Give you the idea how old he is. Jesus.
Like Gavin McInnes.
He's trying to make us afraid of fucking Gavin when Gavin's looking like the fucking KFC Colonel. With his like mustache and beard combo. He's like, this guy, the alt-right, the attacking Ethan Klein.
That is just...
He's just like Keemstar, and let me read my notes. Rich Lux.
Yeah. A gay man that wears a crown on his head.
You figure he'd be happy that he's going to be coming back to Twitter with Elon. I think he'd be happy with that. I hope he doesn't go back to Twitter out of principle, but I bet he doesn't have any.
And Tim Stool with the narratives that they want so they can continue to work against progressive causes, which is...
What's wrong with working against progressive causes? And what would be like working against conservative causes? That's like the whole political
they say
battle.
Progressive because it's very nice when you say progressive. You're against progress.
Yeah, you're against progress. Yeah, sure.
You're against progress. Like
regress.
Yeah.
How about left-wing wackos? That's my favorite.
At the end of the day, exactly what Rich Lux and Keemstar wanted, right? But should we really be that surprised that Keemstar is being used as a source by these far-right news shows? I mean, we all know that's what Keemstar is all about. Anyway, back to Gavin McInnes.
He's so transparent. It's like CNN and fucking like they make an attempt, I'm telling you, Tommy, those Minecraft servers are turning people alt-right. Yeah,
Chadville. That's what happened with Liz, and now Liz is...
all right, let's take fucking Xander Hall. He hasn't harped on this that much, and he's kind of backed off, which I still think is bullshit. He's even backed off from this horse shit.
Literally everything he said in this video is wrong. First, he says that Ethan doxed people on the right. Then he says that Ethan came after sponsored.
I don't think Ethan did dox. In fairness to Def Noodles, who did Ethan dox?
That's like one thing. I don't know if he doxed it or if people that were his fans did it.
Why bother playing defense for H3H3? Even my blind deaf dog could have figured out Ethan Klein's ship is sinking. I don't know. I don't know. He's just a part of that woke crowd, man.
Of people on the right, everything he just lied. He just literally took Keemstar's tweet and out Keemstarred Keemstar, which is just fucking.
So he botched this, Gavin. Absolutely.
I guess.
Yeah, it sounds like he botched it.
Mind blowing. He's literally out trolling and out lying. One of the greatest serial liars in the.
You're the biggest liar on the platform over Keemstar. My God. Yeah. You feel stupid about calling fucking John Swan all right now? He's clearly more in Rich Lux's camp. You know?
The history of YouTube. Now, it goes without saying that Ethan has never doxed anyone on the right. He's never come after sponsors of.
That's a lie. That's a stone lie.
People on the right just because they were on the right.
No, well, just because they were on the right? No.
Well, you can split hairs about that.
Has he done that?
Sure.
Has he done that? He's went after people just because they're on the right. Joe Rogan. That backfired. You know, I notice with liberals sometimes when their fucking op fails, it didn't happen. You know.
Ethan made a content nuke on Keemstar exposing some of the most egregious things that Keemstar has done on the platform, which would have gotten anybody else banned. And in that video, he just pointed out that as Keemstar's encouraging some
cherry-picked.
He just pointed out his sponsor and singled them out and named them and tried to shame them too.
Yeah.
So
and you know, how do I know he didn't do it? I mean, like everybody's right of fucking Def Noodles is a Nazi, and it seems that way Ethan is too. So why do I know? How do I know it's not political reasons? Trust me, just because he didn't say it, you know.
Jump from a bridge. Somebody who literally months later ended up jumping from a fucking bridge. He has a fucking thing of G Fuel on his fucking desk as he's doing these things.
He's going to like invoke.
He went to he evoked Etika, which is disgusting. Yes. He's standing on Etika's fucking grave. Yeah.
Also, one more time, Keemstar never said go jump off a bridge. He was talking about jumping off a cliff.
Oh, it was a metaphorical conversation.
Yeah, metaphorical.
Yeah, it was a metaphor. He never told that kid to jump off a bridge. He just basically said if life doesn't matter, then then end your life. Which is, I mean, that's a discussion. He never told that guy to jump off a fucking bridge. His mother and his ex-girlfriend did everything. That's Etika I'm talking about. Did everything to defend him, and people like fucking you, Def Noodles, didn't do a goddamn thing to de-escalate the situation. You know why? Because people like you and Ethan Klein will stand on the grave of a dead black kid to push their agenda. It's really no problem. It comes off. It rolls right. Sorry to grandstand, but it's so easy for somebody like Def Noodles to stand on a dead black kid's grave. Yeah. It's almost like it's natural.
Yeah, 2 years later from the video Ethan made, and we're still talking about this. Really almost 3 years since Etika passed away, we're still talking about this. Yeah. Like it's because he's very comfortable standing on dead black kids' graves, and I'm throwing black kid in for a fucking reason. Because I mean, it shows that these people don't give a flying fuck about racial equality or anything else. He's barely fucking. You do this enough. I actually question if you have fucking red blood in your veins, because it's like, how often can you do that? That kid was sick. It was sick. It was really tragic. And you know what? He was showing signs of serious mental illness. Like when the cops came in his house and he says they want to take him out. Somebody wants to kill him because he makes too many pornos. He was showing signs of that long before he talked to Keem. Yeah.
And you don't give a rat's monkey's ass about it. Not even a little bit. You're just happy there's a dead black kid's grave to stand on. That's it. That's all that's here. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean that balls to fucking bones.
And then
if I'll tell you what, this is how much of a fucking piece of shit Def Noodles is. If he would probably be defending Keemstar if he was a dead black conservative kid.
Keemstar ended up turning that into a narrative of he's coming after my sponsors, after Keemstar himself called G Fuel and said that he wanted to leave the company.
Boy, that's dishonest, too. He left because he didn't want to cause them trouble because... And Ethan's gone back and forth on this. He said he went after sponsors, and then he said didn't go after sponsors because you can't talk about about G Fuel. No. What he said was, I wonder if G Fuel would like to know this. That's going after sponsors. That's what it is. This is the thing. You want to talk about like people. I have people come up to me and they say, Tommy, why did you start fucking throwing Keemstar a fucking bone? That was the beginning. That was the very fucking beginning. That's when I just couldn't fucking hate him anymore. Because of fucking people like this piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, let me tell you something, Death Noodles. And Keemstar he's done the doc, he's done everything, every fucking thing. The doxing, the gay ops, the going way too fucking far, the destruction, the racial slurs, everything. And he is a motherfucking Jesus Christ compared to you. Jesus fucking Christ. He's Mahatma Gandhi. He's motherfucking Martin Luther King compared to you.
He didn't even get fucking dropped by G Fuel. Keemstar chose to leave. So at the end of the day, this is an entire
this never happens in the corporate world. Hey, listen, check out now. Otherwise, we're gonna have to publicly fire you. Okay.
Polluted narrative, and we are watching in real time how misinformation from Keemstar is being grabbed by the alt-right and being turned into...
Who's the alt-right, reporter man? Who? What? The guy you just said left the fucking Proud Boys?
And also Tim Pool. I think he's calling Tim Pool.
Tim Pool's all right,
yeah,
too.
because he calls him Tim.
Tim Pool, he's too stupid to even understand. And who proved that, Papa Gut? He's too stupid to understand what Tim Pool is even saying.
Yeah.
Not that it's that hard to grasp.
Yeah.
I mean, Augie showed without a doubt that you are an absolute know-nothing. If you have 3 digits in your IQ, I'll give $1,000 to charity.
Something far more nefarious and political.
And it's got to have to a neutral site. Release your IQ at 3 digits.
Look, he's got more chromosomes than IQ points, all right? Cut him some slack.
Yeah. Get an IQ test, but it's not going to be from your buddy. We'll sanction it, and I'll do it. $1,000 to charity. I don't care if it's a woke charity. $1,000 to charity if you can show me you have 3 fucking IQ points. 3 digits in your IQ. And I swear, if you come up 99, I'm not doing it.
I don't know if I was part of that hit list. I probably was.
Not only did that never happen, but nobody gives a flying fuck about Gavin McInnes. Now you might be asking yourselves,
you do.
Why are you talking about him if nobody gives a flying fuck about him?
You're like the last
Here's the deal. This is a terrific example of exactly what happens when somebody who is actually well-intentioned, who is an ally, makes a mistake, apologizes for the mistake, but for some reason, it's never enough. And that person ends up getting dragged and punished far more than somebody who is actually an enemy to the cause, like Mr. Gavin McInnes.
The cause?
Fuck up.
Are you an activist? Or are you a fucking drama YouTuber?
This is like fucking a 13-year-old like just now figuring out what communism is.
Yeah, exactly.
So he has to be like, an enemy to the cause.
2 digits. 2 digits.
Dude.
2
An
digits.
enemy to the cause? What cause? What fucking cause? Like the cause of like fucking, I don't know, like progressivism. The pantheon of progressivism that we worship at the altar.
This guy would be homeless if his fucking father wasn't rich. I swear to God.
He should go be put in a fucking favela. He should go live in the fucking favelas in Brazil.
So what Gavin is doing
that's where I'm from. No, you're from Sao Paulo.
Right here is he's trying to highlight the hypocrisy of our side, of the left, of the progressives, so that he can hopefully get some of the people on our side to think, hey,
our side,
these people on my side aren't that good. They're all backstabbing motherfuckers who are just...
Well, I could clearly fucking say there's backstabbing pieces of shit on both sides of play. Anywhere you go into politics, libertarian, fucking liberal, conservative, any group of politics, there's always... It attracts the worst.
Just willing to just drag each other through the coals. They don't really have any morals. This other side sounds really good. They sound... like they're good people, like they know what they're talking about. They stand up for each other. Now, of course, all this comes from an impulse that progressives have to hold everybody, including ourselves, to a high moral standard. However, when that high moral standard ends up
a high moral standard
being the equivalent of some exaggerated self-flagellation, our enemies on the far right end up using that to hurt our very causes. The real enemy here are people like Gavin McInnes.
It would be cause you
pinhead. Hides a little fucking peanut brain.
Oh, he is dumb as a brick.
His haircut looks like one of those mushroom platforms.
You know, he's got fucking money. Why can't he fucking get some better lighting or something to get rid of the green on the corners? It just looks so bad.
Start hate groups who are ultra-nationalistic, who believe in racial purity, and are actively working against progressive causes.
You believe in ideological purity.
Hey, you know what, Definitals? You started Vice, you fucking retard. Like,
Tin Man and Coward. Yeah, he literally started. But he probably doesn't. Do you think he knows that?
Oh no!
Do you think I don't think this guy can name the first president. I mean, he looks that dumb. I don't think he can find Ukraine in a map.
Even though he has the same haircut as like the first president, you couldn't fucking name him. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
Who actually hate the LGBT community. And what we're doing by literally dragging Ethan Klein through the coals is giving people like Gavin the fodder so that he can...
He found one possible fuck up by Gavin and he turned it into this.
Yeah.
No, it's okay to point out that fucking Gavin botched this because I don't know that Ethan Klein ever doxed anybody. You know. But
he's like 5-minute rant.
Yeah, this is
fucking thing.
Jesus Christ. Do you imagine the ego this guy has? Knowing that he's stupid, at some level he's got to know it. That he thinks, well, if I just do this, even though as Ethan Klein gets eaten alive for telling jokes, and he called what does he call that? We held ourselves accountable.
We hold ourselves to a high standard, a high moral standard.
Hey, Def Noodles, you're a Nazi. A stoned fucking Nazi. That's how Nazis think. God damn.
No, but these other people can't hold him to a high moral standard because they're not his people. Yeah, they're not for his cause or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, no, it really is unbelievable.
So, like, you know, like if somebody is like a pedophile, or right, if you don't agree with them politically, then you cannot criticize them for raping
this guy
kids.
would stick up for a pedophile if he was fucking, voted for Bernie Sanders.
Well, I mean, he's on the left. If he's on the left, you know, he's got to.
All right, you see it. I mean, I'm already watching this shit. Like, how can one man on Twitter just a week ago, it's a private company, literally a week ago.
Influence people is coming down on John Podesta and Hillary Clinton for trafficking a few kids. When we make sure that we don't we are the ones that hold ourselves responsible, and you would probably traffic 1 million more kids if you even had the chance.
Well, the conservatives traffic kids too. They just haven't gotten caught yet. I see that kind of defense.
Against progressive causes and the very things that we work for every single day.
What do you work for? Who are you kidding?
Peterson said this.
Yes.
Putting in work.
He said, careful of the rabbit hole you're going down, Ethan. Careful of this leftist canceling culture because the left cannibalize themselves. And they will eventually...
And they've eaten Def Noodles a few times. And he bent the knee because he's a fucking coward. You're an enemy to comedy.
They just hate him.
He's an enemy. Yeah, he's an enemy to comedy, and not that I'm not talking about his lame stand-up either.
Come for you.
Now, when I made my original commentary on the situation with Ethan when it originally happened a couple of weeks ago, a lot of people were saying, this isn't political. Why are you making this political? Well, I hope you understand what I was saying now.
This is what happened with Ethan Klein.
No.
Political commentator commented on it. I mean,
I hope you understand what I was saying, because I surely don't.
Sharon, Harold. I can't read that all. What the fuck he's like?
This pussy ass bitch retweeted my video of comparing him to Steven Crowder with a hair made of a gorilla's ass hair and deleted it and blocked me after someone said that the gorilla thing is sus.
Bingo.
What the fuck? He is white.
Yeah, he is white.
He started making smallpox blankets and he sent them out, and then he got smallpox. And that's where we are today.
What the actual fuck are you talking about, you hipster Santa Claus looking motherfucker?
He's a fucking riot, isn't he?
I hate these shows like the generation, the millennials with Vosh, and
obviously he's making a metaphor, you fucking 2-digit IQ fuck. I'm not saying it was funny.
Fucking Ethan, where they're on their computers and they're just tooling around with no show plan, no prep, just like blabbing, like you
like Deaf Noodles.
You would if you were hanging.
Face, it's like, oh shit, he means me. Fuck.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him right there. I made you. You honestly think Deaf Noodles has a triple-digit IQ? I go toe-to-toe with me. Hell no, I beg you to differ. 187 IQ. That's fucking. Thank you, Deji.
Out at their house.
Old man screams at Sky that he doesn't understand what the youngins are.
You're screaming, not him, bud.
No, he's literally referencing a Simpsons joke, and it's like
he doesn't even know.
Terrible. It's so stupid. He saw it in a meme once, and he's like, "I'm gonna say it out loud."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, I know what you're
I'm a Simpsons fan.
I'm a Simpsons fan. I'll just repeat a meme because I can't come up with a joke myself or be witty. And God forbid you were witty, because if you actually were witty for a second, you'd be canceled by your own fucking audience because they're a bunch of Nazis like you.
I'm actually getting embarrassed. We're talking about him.
Yeah, but you still talked about him because you know exactly what you're doing right here, Gavin. You wanted to get that sweet YouTube clout. Anyway, staying on.
I mean, Gavin kind of went. He's more of a legend than you'll ever be.
This topic, Ethan Klein ended up responding to Tim Stool, trying to cancel Ethan for doing a meme apology about beans on toast, and which is kind of ironic when you think about it, because Tim is very against cancel culture, except when it's somebody he doesn't like. Funny how that works.
If there's something you did that you think was wrong, I guess you have no choice but to apologize if you regret it.
Just imagine that. So just imagine for a second, what if I actually did think I did something wrong, talked to someone that I trusted who suggested I think you should apologize.
I'd say you're brainwashed. That's what I'd say.
Apologize. And therefore, I did apologize.
No. You can't apologize or show any empathy whatsoever. And I know that for a fact because I love...
Talk about taking it. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Ethan, please. Oh,
it's so funny because Tim wasn't holding him to that standard, even in that thing. He was like, I guess if you feel that way, but he doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe he felt that way. He felt that he bent the knee.
He's literally playing.
He didn't say you can't apologize, or can't change your views. I mean, this is Deaf Noodles taken completely out of context.
He's playing Ethan's response to Tim Pool just to suck Ethan's dick a little bit more.
You really go for the quartering first, okay? And get his fucking stupid bullshit. There's plenty out there. Like Tim Pool is way too advanced for you. You might catch the quartering off guard.
Learn that on the Fresh and Fit podcast. It's part of my daily diet of killing my brain cells.
Now, rest assured, you will be held to an ever increasing standard, which you will not be able to maintain, and then they will devour you.
Now, I want to point out the imagery and the language that Tim Stool is.
No, he's actually quoting a fucking tweet from Jordan Peterson, and I bet you don't know that.
Using here about the left.
He's literally quoting the Jordan Peterson tweet.
He's like, let me break it down into like picture book format because that's the only thing I can understand.
Yeah, I know. But big words. I like pictures.
Imagery and the language that he's using.
Devouring you. If you'll remember, we just heard Gavin McInnes say something very similar. If you'll also remember, they are both quoting Jordan Peterson.
You imagine like coming up with this and just saying,
this
is brilliant. This is like brilliant. You imagine being this stupid.
He figured it out. They're quoting Jordan Peterson. Wait. Oh my gosh.
If I'm wrong about him, if he has 3 digits, I bet it's like 105 or something like that, and it'll still be funny.
This is like seeing like the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park learn how to like open the door and use the handles. Like, oh my god, they're learning.
I want him to get a legit fucking IQ test, and it's got to be public. It's got to be public.
Listen, now if you think that it's a random coincidence that somebody who's on the far alt-right nationalistic fucking neo-Nazi wing of the spectrum.
Wait. He just threw out every single buzzword.
Yeah, I know.
He threw out the far alt.
Well, it substitutes for an argument or an observation, which he's completely incapable of making, as we saw with Papa Gut. Jesus.
The same shit as Jordan Peterson and somebody who pretends to be at the center and is known for being a fucking fence sitter, then you are really out of time.
If he pretends to be in the center and he's known to be a fence sitter, the fence is the metaphor for being in the center, you fucking dolt. Get it? Fence? One side of the fence or the other side of the fence?
Are you telling me Tim Pool is a centrist? No way. Come on. No way.
I think he's saying fucking Jordan Peterson is known for being a centrist. Is that what he's saying?
Well,
hold on. I gotta go back. I gotta listen to this again.
The same shit as Jordan Peterson and somebody who pretends to be at the center and is known for being a fucking fence sitter.
You can't pretend to be a fucking center and be you can't pretend to be at the center and be a fence sitter at the same time. Think about it. Because the fence is the center. Unbelievable.
Then you are
pretending to agree with both sides.
Can you? Am I wrong here? AC, help me.
I'll tell you what. When you sit on the fence, both sides can take pot shots at you. It's not really a comfortable place to fucking.
That's why I couldn't get away with tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, it's not good. That's not a good place to pretend to be.
Yeah, if you pretend to be, people will literally take every opportunity to try to push you over to one side or the other. Like Def Noodles is literally fucking doing right now. Because it does not help his argument to like understand that he comes from like a he tries to be like very balanced and just read the articles and read headlines and understand news for what it is. It's just like, no, he's right, sympathetic. And then everybody on the right can be like, no, he's too left sympathetic. You know,
I think it's fair to call Tim Pool right wing at this point. I think
he's not the smartest fucking guy in the world, but I don't think he's like
completely over his
I don't
head.
think I don't think it's like fair to just like fucking, you know, I don't think he really knows what he is, and that's like, I mean, that's what centrists are.
No, I think he's just like I think Def Noodles knows what he wants, and he wants to be famous, and I don't think I think he would much rather be Hollywood famous than YouTube famous. And that is the ticket there. I mean, he's really just, I mean, he's a fucking, I mean, he really is on one track only.
Really out of touch, because there's absolutely no coincidence that all three of these men are repeating the same words. And
no, it's a tweet. They're quoting you, dipshit. It's not a coincidence at all.
Directly related to Ethan Klein. It's literally directly related.
He said that Jordan Peterson wrote that to him, and then it happened. So they pointed it down.
It's no way it's a coincidence. No way it's a
coincidence. No kidding. It's not a coincidence. It's not a conspiracy either. You fucking mumblefuck. Unbelievable.
Tommy, there's no way it's a coincidence. All my history teachers quoted Hitler and you said something.
Yeah, I know. Especially when we were fucking studying World War II. Oh my God!
There's no way. No, all my history teachers must be racists.
That might be the single stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in this show ever, and that is saying some shit, and I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating for the show. What you just heard is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever come across with any YouTuber, and there's guys actually dumber than Def Noodles. That's amazing. That is spectacular.
How do you manage to make like Tim Pool look like a genius in comparison to you? Like a guy, he just like reads like news articles and then comments on them, and like Def Noodles can't even do that.
I think Tim does more than that now. I think he's trying. I'm not saying he's trying to be a pseudo intellectual.
Well, Tim actually has.
But Tim considers himself a fucking media expert, which might be fair. I mean, he's done pretty well for himself, and you know, he does predict what they'll do. But I think in that time, and he wasn't like this before, like in the Sargon days when Sargon was promoting him, I think he's definitely has a political bias now, which I don't have a problem with. You know, I think he does.
I hate to say that like he's just jealous of it, but it definitely is. Def is seething that like Tim Pool is somebody who's more successful at what Def tries to do. And he doesn't have to try to fucking pretend to be funny.
I'm not smart enough to do what Tim does. I know my limits. A man's got to know his limitations, and Def doesn't know them. And if you don't know your limitations, then you end up on fucking kiwi farms.
Talking about somebody that they see as an enemy in the same way. It's very clear. They are all on the same side. And if you can't admit that...
On this particular issue, I think I can definitely.
then you are fucking blind and deaf.
Ethan Klein is once again being canceled, this time because...
Is he really talking about the beans on toast shit?
Yes. Tim Pool is extremely offended that Ethan apologized.
He's not offended at all. That's a lie. That's the whole point of the Jordan Peterson saying, look, he's not offended by what he did. He's just look what happened. It's a stone fucking lie.
He's saying Def Noodle's saying somebody else is offended after he just went fuming and his face is still red from the outburst he just had. Yeah, somebody else is offended. What the hell?
So you're offended too.
I can't take a joke.
Got him.
I'm laughing over here, dude. Ha ha! Ha ha!
That's insane.
Oh, God, I love being a comedian.
Yeah, I know. He's a no talent. Anybody that ever said they studied fucking comedy in my lifetime sucked at comedy.
Mostly that Ethan didn't apologize to him. Tim wishes he had an apology from Ethan.
Here's a tweet from Keemstar. Ethan,
dude, you already fucked up. You're a newsman. He thinks he's news.
He's reporting Keemstar's tweet.
Keemstar tweets.
If you
so wait a minute. Let me get this straight. If you read something, you're discredited because Keemstar is not a real journalist, which I would agree with, by the way. You know, and like he's definitely a drama YouTuber for sure. But so are you. You know, you a journalist?
Yeah, you
fuck out of here. You know.
You can also report someone's.
I must say, I think I can objectively say that Keemstar has 10 times the credibility that Def Noodles has across multiple spectrums of political ideologies. So whether somebody considers himself left, right, center, he has more influence. You literally have influence, if you want to call it that, over fucking, I don't know what the fuck politics is, or the left. That's it. Teams across the fucking board. And the whole idea with Tim's lecture was not his offense. It's the fact that you never can appease the mob as much. What you call that is taking accountability. You know, God, I see you with the guy. Like, what was that? That was that fucking movie, Animal House, and he's the guy getting paddled in the ass by the frat brother that's totally not gay. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
I don't think it's a coincidence that all these far-right figures are citing Keemstar as a source. Then, seriously, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
I think Tim is doing drama, because he didn't accuse me of that. He accused me of doing drama and ruining and damaging everything. I think Tim Pool's a drama caster now.
And I have to preamble this by saying this is not a joke, okay? We are...
I can't handle the city anymore. I'm losing follow. You know what? That's a good point. I'm out. I'll take some calls. I did notice we lost nobody wants to watch this guy.
What about Rich Lux?
Wait, Rich Lux made it?
Stick around. So if you saw through this, send me that motherfucker. All right, this is the guy that said it was in the alt-right pipeline. Check this out. This is worth it. I totally forgot about this.
What are you talking about? So apparently I made a video a couple days ago pointing out, because I still am a fan of Ethan Klein. And I was basically saying that I don't think it was right for him to, poke fun at a gay caller who called him, who's part of the LGBTQIA community, right? And so that's basically what I said in the video. And that I still support Ethan Klein, and I still feel like he's a funny guy, and I like his content.
He called this guy an alt-righter.
Yeah. I can catch up with these 3-hour vlogs or whatever that he's doing, right?
We'll say.
You know what? If that's the case, I'm going to say it again. What's Fatosa? That's Portuguese. You're white.
And disappointing. Saying you can guess if Matt is a power bottom by his voice is so gross. But I was right. That was the point. Apologies to whatever his name was. Apparently I was homophobic to him. But whatever.
Whatever his name was, he has. He's saying whatever his name was because he hasn't got the kickback on Twitter to have that self-examining moment.
I remember the guy's name. Like, what the fuck? Like I've seen the clip once.
Yeah, can you believe the fucking apology was fucking legit now? I don't.
So over these people. Shut up! Shut up!
I just felt like that instance was just. It was just out of bounds, and I just felt like I called it out. I felt like Ethan Klein, in a way, in my opinion, being a gay man myself, was actually making fun of a person of the LGBTQIA community. So did many.
By the way, he's entitled to that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I think there's a difference between, I think that's out of line, and then you need to fucking answer. You need to answer for it. But I can see how this guy could kind of tied up into the cancel culture mob. I think it happens to a lot of people. Let's say somebody in the LGBT community says, I think you're way out of line with that stuff. All right, that's not necessarily a cancel thing, but then it gets kind of lumped together with the people that do want to do it. So in fairness, and I think this guy's being sincere. I assume. I have no reason not.
Over 100,000 you guys who watched my videos were liking and commenting and agreeing with what I was saying. So much so that Ethan Klein himself put out an apology about it. Okay. Well, it seems like because certain YouTubers, as myself, had called it out, that we were somehow giving the alt pipeline ammunition to come at Ethan Klein, and how somehow I'm part of that community now. First of all, that's very damaging for you to assume that, okay? And I'm...
Yeah, no shit.
Girl, Ethan Klein done called me a Nazi.
Yeah, kind of.
I didn't go to the best schools. I'm not the best with my words, but someone on Twitter put it very, very well.
Richie's very honest to me. I gotta be honest with you. Look, I'm the smartest guy in the world, but this is what I said.
Paige said,
"You need to lay off on the foundation, though. It's a lot of
maybe. I don't know about that stuff.
Let's go a little easier.
Pipeline.
Yeah.
How do you overspeak a gay man who was offended by something Ethan said about his demographic, and then call him out for supplying the alt-right information that Ethan himself put online? Then profess to tell this LGBT member that Ethan is an ally. An ally isn't a descriptive term, it's an actionable term. You have to be active. So please tell me what...
Well, that sounds like some Nazi shit too, Paige.
Ethan is actively doing.
You have to do it. No, you don't.
Eat each other.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes!
Yeah. This is Twan's 12-year-old gay cousin.
Doing to be an ally? How is he giving back to the LGBTQIA community besides humiliating them publicly by feminizing certain aspects of their sexuality? Your fall from grace is the worst I've ever seen. The numbers are cute, but your soul is dead. Such a shame. Followed by another person.
And Ethan has procured that audience that gets that offended. I think what that person said was completely nuts. I think what fucking Rich said is completely reasonable. I think it's the difference between a criticism and saying you must because you're an ally and you have to be active. Silence is violence. Most Nazi fucking statement I ever heard in my life.
That's it. Ironic that Def would use the alt-right pipeline argument to defend Ethan. Ethan helped build and popularize the pipeline back in the day. Erasing one video and lying about it doesn't change reality. Now, guys, I don't know anything about that. Okay?
Yeah, the Rich is honest.
Yeah.
And I think if I had to guess, his offense came from an honest place, not a cancel culture place. Because I guarantee you, if it did, he wouldn't have just said that. I don't know about all that. This is how I feel.
Who the fuck in their right mind thinks Ethan Klein helped build and popularize the alt-right pipeline?
Well, he wasn't. He was making fun of fucking SJWs fucking 5 years ago.
I know, and
but that's how they think.
Pipeline.
That's how they think. But I know. But notice Rich backs off from that. I'm not going that route. I think he's a very honest guy.
Yeah, I'm a National Socialist, and I started out by watching H3H3.
Yeah.
Keep it up, Ethan. Great job.
Unbelievable.
Very vapid and very superficial. Like, it is what it is, right? To talk about this alt-right, left-right, Republican Party, Democrat Party, girl, I'm the taco party, okay? To me, when it comes to politics, I don't get involved in it. And you want my true opinion about politics? It seems like we take one crappy person and we pin him against another crappier person, and you post a vote whichever one you think is the less...
He's probably right.
...crappiest of the person. That's what I think when it comes to politics, okay?
Rich Lux.
It's really not my gig.
I agree with him. Sorry. I mean, especially the last fucking 2-3 elections.
Thanks to Pals for a point for the $5. What the fuck is his donation? Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Call it like I see it. Ethan Klein said something that was offensive to an LGBTQA community. I spoke up about it, and I was like, I don't really think this is right. But I still like him, support him. I can see what he was saying.
Yeah, that's not canceling. So how did Def Noodles get it in his head that this completely reasonable human being would somehow be alt-right? Or did you just say anything? Is he just as stupid? Is he just as dishonest?
Is
it two fucking digits?
Look, it's really hard for Def to see what's going on around him when his face is buried in Ethan's balls.
I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you
know
about
you're
that,
turning John
Swan?
on over here. You want to cool it? Oh my God.
John, you think it's massive? What do you think, John?
Okay.
Matt.
John, you're on the air.
Thank you.
It's fucking
John, you here?
9 inches that.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nerdy
Sorry,
John.
just
Oh, we thought it was
wanted to
John's
back you
one.
up.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So apparently the reason why Def Noodles thinks that Rich Lux is alt-right is because Keemstar was actively retweeting and tweeting out clips from Rich Lux's video on the situation. So, if you're associated with Keemstar in any way, shape, or form, that must mean you're
two digits. Two digits.
Like legit, not even if you're associating with him, but if like Keemstar chooses to associate his Twitter account with you through a retweet, like these people are so rich. This is why people feel the need to say like retweets do not equal endorsements, because like people like Def Noodles are so retarded that they genuinely think that.
Is he retarded or is he just that dishonest? Probably a little both when it comes to.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
You could put everybody on the alt. He doesn't know.
He wouldn't be so like angry and upset if he
reads headlines.
Dishonest.
He literally reads headlines, watches YouTube videos, and regurgitates them.
Yeah.
It really is that simple.
But like that anger that he summons is genuine. Like he's upset, and it's not just because he knows he's fudging the truth. It's because he's like is believing his own.
And you know what the thing?
Bullshit.
This is all based around losing his Twitter account. And I got news for you. I would tell you how you lost your Twitter account because I kind of know, but it'd be like an episode of Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened, stupid.
Ethan Klein, they made an
I
apology.
don't care about this anymore. Let's take calls. Was John gone already?
Yeah, John left.
Yeah, John just wanted to give you a tip.
Hop into waiting to call, guys. And put the link.
Yeah,
in
you
the
want to do
chat.
it now? Otherwise, we're going to end it, and then we'll do the free show right afterwards. Thanks so much for sticking around. Sorry about that. I normally I would have got off of Def Noodles, but I was generally fucking like, I didn't think he could impress me with his stupidity. He sure did. Ethan is a front wiper, so everything comes out of Def Noodles' mouth as a hint of shit. I think Ethan would be embarrassed by that. I got to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't have too much faith in. Jesus Christ, Rich Lux. Can you imagine Ethan say that? And you know what he did? He fucking he said that like Rich Lux was a Nazi in my behalf. I could see that conversation happening. Unfucking believable.
So what did you mean when you called him a Nazi?
Run, Deckard, run. You're on the air.
Run, Deckard, run.
Big up Tommy, first time caller.
How are you?
Blah blah blah, all that bullshit.
You think you can handle it? Because we blow up, hang up on people, and make fun of them. You have to earn your way to be a SFTP caller. Okay, what do you got? Go.
So, Def Noodles is the biggest fucking retard that has been going off for ages now. Like, how does this guy have a fucking audience? It just between him and Ethan, like, it's just sort of like it's a goddamn circle jerk.
I'll tell you, is that an honest question? You want to know how he has an audience?
Yeah,
because people want the drama and the like tabloid stuff that he produces. That's all they want. They want to be entertained. I mean, he did go about this whole drama thing, and I even sent him a compliment, and in a different way initially. It's just that he's completely resistant to criticism. He can't take anybody saying a single bad thing about him, even like a 100-sub YouTuber. So they want that, and they'll wade through the other stuff. And in the process, he's probably done a little what Ethan has done, and has attracted the woke crowd. So once the woke crowd has you, they tell you what to do, and they can say things like, "I held myself accountable," and you can feel good about yourself.
Well,
what was that thing the Catholics used to do? What did the Catholics used to do in the old days? Hold on a second. AC, what is that thing where the Catholics used to whip themselves? Like
flagellation.
Yeah. That's what he's doing.
Flagellation.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the flagellants.
That's what it is.
Well,
right
this is the thing: is that their god is the god of progressivism, right? They have anything that we're so sorry, our values Oh, our values.
You know, and I can, and I know
Wokeism has
because he's
become a
Portuguese.
non-theistic
He's probably
religion.
Catholic too. You know, and I do notice this. You know, some of my Irish, Italian fans and stuff like that. It's easy to slip into this like woke shit because growing up Catholic, you're no fucking good unless you sacrifice. So I can see a lot of Catholic people, considering I had that upbringing too, falling for this woke shit because that's on the surface what they're advertising. Oh, I'm sacrificing for the greater good. And that's the whole crap they tell you when you're Catholic growing up.
Although, you know, one of the biggest problems though is that like the majority of these wokies are fucking guilty white liberals.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like Catholicism fits right in. I can see the man. Now I know why all the Catholics in New Jersey vote Democrat. It's like this sort of aligns with their religion in a weird roundabout way.
No, it's a fucking joke, but I'll let you go.
Thanks for calling, man.
Sometimes let's shoot the shit about coffee or
All
not coffee, fucking hockey. Hockey.
Well, who you pulling for?
I'm from Canada.
I wish I was from Canada. No, not anymore. Used to.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, not anymore. No. Well, who you pulling for? Leafs?
Fuck no. I'm from Canada's Texas, but it's.
You're Habs guy?
Habs? That's French Canada. I'm from Canada's Texas.
All right, well, what's the
the Oilers. Oilers.
Okay.
Right?
No, I'm a flamer.
That's not Texas. Fucking Texas is where the oil is. That's Edmonton.
We have two teams in
Calgary is fucking Edmonton's asshole.
Alberta.
It's flaming because they're literally. It's Canada's hemorrhoids. That's why they call them the Flames.
For years. For years.
You guys won. You won one Stanley Cup.
Yeah, like back in the
89. I remember it. I remember Theo Fleury's big dance. Yeah.
Do you actually call yourselves flamers?
It's the Calgary Flame. He doesn't.
It's the running joke.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, it's Canada, so I had to ask.
And here's another thing: is Calgary like if you're an American, especially from the New York area, it's like a town compared to like a city. You know, I know it's a major city in Canada, but it's like it's a tiny town. If they weren't so hockey crazy out there, they probably never have a team. You know?
Yeah, no, I got family in NYC, so
no, that's why we have a soccer team here in mind, and it's because soccer is fucking insanely popular. It's a small budget team, but it's just the sheer passion and insanity of football in the area I'm in. They were able to produce two teams in this tiny area, which you would figure would be like a Frankfurt or Munich or
see
Berlin.
The same thing with baseball too. If you want to get Jeff in here, Jesus.
Yeah, but most of what's the shit town that a baseball team is in the States? Milwaukee, maybe?
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Cleveland?
No, Cleveland's like a legit city. Used to be, anyway. Detroit.
Yeah, Milwaukee.
Yeah, but Milwaukee was always kind of a small town.
Do people not like the Oakland A's or something, right?
No, that's just a bad town. That's a bad town. Don't go stay on the.
What kind of fucking team name is the A's? It stands for the
Athletics. It's the Athletics. They used to be called the Athletics, and they just shortened it to the A's because that's what everybody started calling them. Because they're big A.
Sounds better for sure, but
the Athletics. All right, man. Good luck to your team, bro. Are they in the playoffs?
Have a good one, Matt.
Are they in the playoffs? I haven't paid attention at all this year.
Uh-oh.
That's the only thing I really want to know about the guy. The rest of the call sucked.
He left just like the Raiders did.
Hiller Klein. No. I don't know. Ethan hiring Deaf Noodle Kid is looking like a bad idea in retrospect. Did you hear what he said about Rich Luck? You know. I gotta see all this. I find my thing. No, I'm losing it. Hold on a second. I wanted to finish my thing. You know what? Forget it. I got some overpriced clothes to sell millennials, pretending they're not almost 30 years old. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's generous.
That's a pretty good.
I'm pretty sure they're like mid to late 30s by now.
Quite possibly. Well, we had no $50 donations. Quite possibly.
But they still buy
we have
my
a
shit.
winner. We'll find out tomorrow on Tuesday's show. What do you think of that?
I sell baby clothes for millennials that live in Williamsburg.
I don't know. She's always been the brain. It's beyond clear now. She's the brains of that operation. Beyond clear. You know, or she isn't, because I don't know. I feel like my wife loves me. I'm sure Hilla's wife loves him. Well, who knows? But my wife would tell me.
I'm 25. I'm technically.
My wife would definitely tell, and she doesn't talk because she's German. she would tell me to stop. Stop doing this to yourself. Who are you, John Swan? I think I could get something like that. You know, Tommy, do you have anything on Volkswagen? I found a bunch of vids there. I don't know, man. You guys send it in here. Paul's our point. What the fuck? And I think we're done. It's free show time, right?
Yeah. Free show.
Free show in the Discord server. Discord links below. Normally, don't we have these streams? We have the after party shows, and that's it. And I still haven't put AC in the fucking credits. What a piece of crap. AC, I'll see you tomorrow. Matt, I'll see you tomorrow.
They call me ass cancer.
They call me ass cancer. Ass cancer gets you demonetized. Real talk, the metaphor messiah hated Death Noodles. He told me so. You know what he said about Deaf Noodles? I'll tell you what he said. He goes, that guy is a no good.
I'm superior, you're not.